Hi, my name is Topablo. I am currently Challenger. I'm one of the best Dariuses in North America. I've been playing Darius since about Season 9. I started picking him up at Season 8, but yeah, Season 9 I really started pretty much one-tricking him.
Hello, my name is Rabbithasu. Currently, I am GM just above 500 LP. My peak in recent memory is Challenger, I believe, about 880 LP, which would have been last split. Played Darius, probably I think since about 2017. I didn't play him before his rework.
Hi, I'm FF1 Crowven, and I'm a stinky ass, smelly ass, 5'7" ass Bronze Darius OTP. I've been in Bronze Elo for as long as I can remember. I've since I played the game actually. I've been to Silver before, but that's only because I had a duo partner. I've been playing Darius for about 3.5 years. I have about 700k mastery points on him. I could buy a house with that. 700k.
I'd say maybe around 0.5% of the player base reaches Challenger. It's a pretty hard rank to get.
I'm not sure what the percentage of challengers in NA is. I know it's a small fraction of a percent since it's just the top 300 flat.
Good question. I think there's a million of us. There's got to be at least a million bronze players in the NA region. It's like a lot of us. It's a lot of FF1 Crawlins.
My elo, I'd say, even though it's pretty high rank without the usage of voice comms, it can get chaotic, but you do have some expectations of other players, so it's pretty high quality.
Overall take, I enjoy playing at this rank. It can be frustrating certain games, but it's way more fun than lower rank or normals to me.
What's my overall take on my elo? Well, you see, that's quite easy to answer, actually. In an average typical bronze game, what we usually do is, we hold hands, and the person at the caboose is the one that's looking around, scoping around the block. Whoever starts a fight, everybody else got to join in. You can't ask questions. There's no time to think. As a matter of fact, actually, there's never time to think. Nobody thinks actually. So you just got to go in, and it is what it is. That's your mindset. It is what it is.
So Darius isn't too much of a mechanical champion. The difference between a really good and a really not so good Darius is just knowledge. It's just matchup knowledge. Know when to use spells, know what's pretty much illegal in lane, knowing your kill angles, I'd say.
What will separate any good lane bully from a bad one is knowing the limits and the matchups. Since you're a lane bully, you ideally want to be in control of the lane. You're not going to be in control 100%, but as much of the game as you possibly can. Good mechanics is only a part of it, but understanding matchups, I would say, is more ideal on lane bullies.
I may be a bronze player, so perhaps what I say might be silly to higher elo players, but if you really want my opinion on what really separates good Darius players from bad ones, is how the W is being used. During laning phase, dueling, your enemy laner in top lane will try to use some form of CC or gap closers to create some getaway distance when a short trade takes place. If you can develop some trigger discipline and save your W for critical moments when your opponent is trying to get away, whether it's proccing phase rush, Garen using Q, or whatever it may be, that's the prime time to use your W.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty solid at Darius. I pretty much got rank 1 Darius on North America when I was one-tricking at the time, so my knowledge on the champion is very high.
Yes, I would consider myself decent. I still have to improve myself.
What kind of dumbass question is that? Have you seen my rank? I'm obviously the best Darius OTP in Northern America and a United States of American region. I'm really looking forward to this video. My Darius mechanics isn't good at all, but it's good enough for my elo, and I've always wondered how much I really know in comparison to higher elo players.
In this video, I'm going to be reacting to Darius highlights and fails. I'm going to be giving my honest thoughts as a current challenger Darius player. Let's get to it.
In this video, I'm going to be reacting to Darius highlights and fails. I'm going to be giving my honest thoughts as a former Challenger Darius player. Let's get to it.
Alright, so right off the bat, we have Darius fighting Fiora level 1. Fiora usually doesn't win this if she doesn't go Ignite. Oh, he W'd the ward, which is really bad. His stacks are now gone, but I think he still wins because Fiora doesn't have Ignite. Let's see. Still chasing. He should pop his Ghost. Yep. But it's a bit too late. Oh, he's all inning. I don't know if he has D Blade or D Shield, but I think I don't think the bleed kills here.
This is quite interesting.
That's actually crazy. All this time, I always thought that Fiora would kick Darius's ass at level 1 if she keeps hitting her vitals.
One thing I'll say, I wouldn't ever like to use both summoners level 1. The problem is now she's going to come back to lane with teleport. Unfortunately, you didn't get a kill out of it. But now she's going to come back to lane with teleport. There's a chance you get punished by a jungler.
But the Darius should have just been more aggressive and pop his Ghost like really instantly. Yeah, if he played it better, he definitely kills because his matchup is pretty Darius favored, especially if the Fiora isn't going Ignite.
I always try to hug the walls when I'm fighting Fiora, but the fact this guy does not, he's almost letting her hit her vitals and still winning. That's and all. I always thought Darius would lose that.
Alright, Darius being a nice Q, maybe trying to set up a dive. It's pretty hard to execute. The bleed gives you third aggro. Okay. Ooh, he's really low though. Oh, the Fiora Q's in? Oh. I mean, it's pretty greedy what he tried, but I can see a world where it works.
Nice try. Nice try. She had a good flash predict as well. What you might have been able to do is after she W'd, you would die for it, but you might have been able to flash auto WR her. Instead of trying to land a Q. Landing a Q on a character like Fiora when ignoring the flash, when you're trying to surprise can be very tricky. It's like Riven. Their mobility, you never know how they're going to use it.
I think that was way too risky. That would have worked if the Darius had a lot more HP, but even then, like, there are much better ways to use your flash than in that particular moment.
Oof. The Set Darius matchup. It's probably one of the most skilled matchups there are. And I can already tell you the reason he lost that is he just started with his grab. There's no reason to start with grab, especially if you're not going to Q after. Because all Set has to do is just E when you start your Q, but if you grab and then Q, he can't really counterplay. Darius's E is pretty much a guaranteed CC for your Q after, but
That was a rough one. That was a rough one. The problem, this matchup is this is a highly skilled matchup, the way I look at it.
Wait, I know that guy. Mr. Cronus? I went against his Darius like last season. I was playing Nasus and he was playing Darius. I remember because he stomped me. Set versus Darius is my third most favorite matchup in all of top lane. I love it so much, goddamn. Mr. Cronus here, he kind of did everything that he wasn't supposed to be doing. It looks like he was trying to EQ, but he mistimed his Q. I'm pretty sure that's the case because the elo that him and I play in, like a lot of Darius players, like they would try to E and then they would walk away weirdly because they mistimed their Q.
You really can't lead with your E because that means he's going to stun you and hit you with the full W. You also autoed a minion at the start. It happens. It happens. It's a tough one. I wouldn't fight him at level 3 if you don't have to. I would try to get him level 2, level 1, or after you get a base.
the Q here is really good. It's good. That's really good. Using your E to buffer his stun, really good. Now he has no way to guarantee his W. Good chase. Ooh. That set W should have been easily dodgeable.
Much better start. Still bad E, unfortunately. Have an E right there when you go, so would be excellent because you keep him away from his tower. Nice try, though. I see the vision.
Oh. Oh, shit. This is a nice trade, in my opinion, because it's one of those trades where, like, yeah, well, you can, if you're going to stun me, I'll stun you too. Basically equalizing the CC effect. But the real blunder here is that he chose to retreat for a while. When you pull off that kind of trade, It's literally go time. You gotta stomp on the gas pedal. You gotta circle around him, cut off his escape, and just be prepared to dodge his W. The second blunder here is that I find it common in not just my replays but other Darius players from my elo, is that you see how he's like sort of pushing himself away from the target, just for the sake of landing his Q. What I would have done, continue auto attacking him and just chasing him, and once you're about to be in range of the tower, that's when you use your Q. But at the same time, like in the very beginning, if you were the one that threw your E and Set still held his E, like the thing is like you would be in deep fucking trouble. It's a skill matchup. There's a lot of variables.
Again, the Sid Darius matchup. It's a very fun matchup in my opinion. What spell did this Darius start? W? Okay, let's see it. It's pretty bad. You already lost a lot of HP. I think, yeah, no, he should lose this because he lost too much HP before the fight started. Usually into set matchup, I like to start Q. Pretty easier to kite him out, but see right here, he's already lost a fourth of his HP before he actually started fighting. If he just instantly fights, he'd probably win.
Close. Very close. One auto was wasted on a minion at the start when he was walking at you. I think you could have clutched it if you went for a auto then W cancel instead of just W.
These players are definitely above my elo. I don't want to sound like a wise ass or a smart ass or anything. But I wholeheartedly think that the reason why that set decided to go all out aggressive is literally because he saw the Darius use W on a minion. Like he saw the Darius put a skill point on W at level 1 instead of Q. I'm pretty sure this is the case because I remember I had an Emerald set player in one of my games. He was in bronze elo for no reason at all. And he whooped me so hard. From that day onward, like I would watch that VOD review like basically every day, just because I learned so much from it. If he starts like auto attacking you and you don't know whether or not he leveled up his W or his E, because if he leveled up his W, like you'll know because you see the bar. If he's starting level 1 with W, that's when you use your W. But if he's using his E, you're gonna use your Q. You gotta use your Q. If he's gonna walk up to you, auto attack you, and sort of follow you, and you don't know what he's going with his W or his E, that's when you want to just walk back, sort of lure him, deeper into your minions. And if he tries to E you, that's really good because like you might lose a chunk of your health, but now you know what he is leveled up, and you can just use your Q, heal up a portion, not all of it, but a portion, a decent portion of that health, and you already have your 5 stacks by then because you would auto walk back, and sort of lure him, like I said, to behind your minions. Again, like I'm bronze. I might be wrong, but this is just my reaction. This is just what I think.
Okay, the wave's pushing. Okay, starting with grab, I'm not a big fan. Okay, the set doesn't react. But now his W's charged up, he's gonna... Oh, okay, the set is not using his spells. Nice flash. You should kill Shaco here too, by the way. Nice. Wow, very well played. The set kind of blundered, but you knew your limits. Again, not a big fan of the E start, but you should always hold your E for when it's the right timing.
That is a risky fight leading with your E. If he decided to E you when you used your Q, you wouldn't have won this. So, as nitpicky as it sounds, it is a mix of well played on your part, but also very poorly played on his. We'll take it though. See, if he E'd you right there, he would have stunned you on your front melee minion. I don't know if he didn't have it since I didn't see before, so maybe you timed it well. Well done. You get the team pings. Hell yeah.
Oh man. I don't want to sound too much of a critic, because this is a higher elo from my elo. I know why that Darius wanted to E him right there. It's because he had like a huge ass wave coming. He basically wanted to start the fight right there so that Set can take as much minion damage, and it's not even that close to his tower either. Like it's relatively far from his tower. I would find myself in this kind of exact situation occasionally against set players in my elo. What I do is I just step up, I E, auto W, and then step back. And then when I step back, like I would sort of walk away in a sense that where I'm sort of positioning myself like parallel to my minions. So that if he tries to E me and W, like it would sort of force him to decide whether to W me or to W the minion wave, you know? But I would hold on to that Q. If you E auto W set, like that doesn't give you enough time to run away from his E range, but like you want to like sort of walk away because you want to really bait him to use his E, because that's a bad spot for him to use his E. And if he just ignores you and he just walks away, he's trying to crawl back to his tower, you can just hit him with a max range Q. That's like the last step to bait him with E. And if he uses E there, he'll still pull you in, but because you hit him with a max range Q, the damage and the stack will still apply.
Ooh. The Aatrox Darius matchup. Again, another very skilled matchup. Darius already with his 5 stacks. This should be an easy kill if this 2 hits. Auto W. But again, he probably doesn't need to die there if he holds his E.
It's very tempting to try to lead with E, but it's really bad. Also taking the pullback here. I think you could have walked out of it without sacrificing anything. Sometimes it's good to, when you see somebody taking an aggressive trade, like right there when he does Q1, obviously you don't know which way he's going to dash, but if you want to take the fight and he uses an ability and misses it, you can go straight at him and then land the Q, and then from there decide what you want to do. For example, if you hadn't led with E to start it and instead led with Ghost, there's a very good chance that you kill him before he gets back to his tower, since you have Flash Ghost and he just has Flash.
Bro, are you seriously gonna make me do a breakdown analysis on diamond players? Bro, you're making me walk on eggshells. I'm gonna look like a fucking clown in front of people. Again, like this is higher elo from my elo. I don't want to sound like I'm too much of a critic. What I would do is I would, you know, try to sidestep his first Q. And then I would try to land my Q. The thing is here, this Aatrox, like he chose to E in towards your Q to counter your Q. But the thing is, like, in my opinion, and I might be wrong because I am bronze, but I really think that he would be in deep trouble if he E'd in towards you instead of away. In a sense, that Q is actually quite a high IQ play because in a sense you're baiting him to E towards you. And of course, you know, he can choose to E away, but then like that's when you can choose to just pop Ghost.
Not good to lead with either. He's either gonna walk towards his tower, which brings him to you, or he's gonna walk away, which means he loses minions. So really not good to lead with either. It might have made the difference. If he walks into you here and you lead with just an auto W, when he does try to dash back towards his tower, you 100% kill him. You would have also done slightly more damage because you would have interrupted an auto with his. Buys you a bit more time to get one more auto out.
Right. Again, Aatrox Darius, this is good, but again, he needs to walk into you. You don't need to grab. He has to walk towards you. You lost, yeah. See, again, if you held your grab, you could have easily won it. Holding your grab guarantees you a Q. Not having your grab is a major mistake. When the enemy is forced to walk into you, you don't need to grab.
Oh, I know why they I know why that Darius is going there. It's because he's trying to like stop the Aatrox, because Aatrox just came back from base, right? So he's trying to stop Aatrox from getting to his tower and getting the minions. This is smart because even if he dies to killing Aatrox, like it would force Aatrox to reset because he's in a health disadvantage when Darius comes back to lane. Oh, I am not criticizing Grandmaster plays, bruh. Are you fucking stupid? Do you think I'm in any position to give any critiques on Grandmaster plays?
Oh, Jave. Oh, I mean, this is my close friend. Let me see this. Again, using Darius's high like kill threat early just to zone off the cannon. Zoning cannon off XP very huge. Already down three melee XP. Very good. He's gonna keep walking into this bush, into this top bush, and keep applying pressure.
Not bad if you denied XP. Not bad at all.
Kennen E's on cooldown. Let's see. He knows Kennen's E's on cooldown. This is where the kill threat comes. He's gonna keep chasing, which is pretty smart. The E hits, and just like that. That's how punishing Darius is as a champion. One single misstep, and donezo. That's how you can tell between a good or a bad Darius.
Really nice. Really, really nice. Excellent use of level up there. We know Kennen's not going to level up. You might be able to take this. You still have R's. Oh yeah, you definitely take this fight.
Darius has his ult reset. He can fight this. Good dodge on the Diana Q. All he has to do... Oh, he missed his Q. Does he still win? Grab, ult. It was very close. If he had more mana, he could have won that. Or if he hits his Q, but it's really hard to hit your Q. Because he doesn't have enough mana to do the grab Q. It was pretty close, but yeah. Not enough mana to finish the job. It was very close though. The bleed won't kill either.
Very nice try. What you could have done is when you pull into a Q, if you time it correct, they're still stunned from the knockup by the time your Q goes off, so you can guarantee it. So queuing there is unfortunately very risky if your opponent doesn't react to it. If you waited, I think your E was 2 seconds. You weren't going to die in 2 seconds since you missed your Q. If you waited for your E to come up, you could have E'd into a Q. You had mana for both, and you definitely would have won it. Because your R does not cost mana if you've already gotten a kill with it and it's unlocked on a reset. So you had just enough mana for an E into a Q.
Oh, I'm not doing that. A bronze player giving feedback about Grandmaster plays. That sounds fucking stupid. A bronze fucking player. Wait, can you go back? I would just auto W her right here. Auto W her, and then step back, create some distance, bait her dash. Try to stall it out, because your E's on cooldown. But hold on to that Q. Basically, I would auto W and just fucking run. Like, just fucking run for my fucking life. That's how I would bait her dash. Get your stacks. When my E is finally up, then E, Q, and ult. Don't even E and auto Q. Just E and Q and then ult. That's what I would do at that very situation. Because this Diana, like, she could, if she's good enough, she can react to my E and counter it with by dashing behind me. Create some distance between me and her, and just let her use her dash to dash towards me.
Again, Jaber into Riven. This is a very spicy matchup. Also, very good W buffer there. That's a very good trick to know. If you're about to get CC'd, you can buffer your W, and the slow will, like, the auto attack will still go through. Probably one of the most snowballing.
I never really run exhaust in Riven. Should really give it a try sometimes. This is a super snowbally matchup, so this should heavily determine how the rest of the game goes. At least for top lane. Not necessarily the rest of the map.
Bro, I used to take Riven matchups like a shrug of my shoulder. I used to think this was always Darius' favorite and shit. Then one day in solo queue, I met this silver Riven OTP. Usually I'm going against irons and bronze 4s and shit. This Riven player though, she messed me up the whole ass game, bruh. For a few months straight, I remember I was shit scared of Riven. It was always Riven. Every time I got into a game, gotta ban that Riven, gotta ban that Riven. I'm switching back and forth between banning Riven, banning Teemo, banning Riven, banning Teemo.
In a Riven matchup after level 3. Try to get your W onto her as she's Q3ing onto you. Alternatively, if it's life or death, pull her out of her Q3, because that denies the knockup. No matter how you slice it, you want to take advantage of either one of those two abilities on her Q3. Either pull her out of it or buffer the W. So that goes off.
Oh, interesting. I know this guy too. I mean, I know pretty much every Darius player. How you look. He's playing it well. Save this grab.
Oh, that's actually fucking crazy. Did you guys see what that Aatrox just did? Right before he got hooked into the EQ, Darius EQ combo, he ignited him to deny the healing from his Q. That takes reflexes.
Oh my god, this guy too, I know him. Pretty sure he's Challenger at the moment. Okay, well, that was very sketchy, but I mean, Ornn almost hit him with the banana combo, but I mean, Darius is just overall strength. Oh, this guy's playing against a Darius. Lost it. Starting with the W, you can see that Set has a point in W because his bar is going up. It's going to be a flip of who can predict the flash. Oh, I mean, the Darius just didn't want to use his summoners. If he flashes that, he easily wins after. It's pretty good. You should grab him, and then you're going to have to play to dodge the W here. Okay, you walked right back into it. Okay, not too bad. That's, again, because of the clip right before. You know the Set doesn't have flash, so pretty good. As we can see, he's not using his E off the bat. He's saving it for when the enemy tries to escape. That's like most people into Darius. You want to try to run away from him. Saving the E as a gap closer.
One thing I noticed that's quite impressive with this Set player is that this is the second time I've noticed he's countering the Darius W with his W. Like he's like reacting to Darius W animation, and that's pretty hard to do. If you're playing a cheap Darius skin, it's kind of hard to react to the W because it spins silently almost. Bro, like I should watch more high elo replays. Like imagine how much I would improve. Like imagine how many silver players and gold players I would destroy, bro. I would fold them up like a fucking chair, bro. Nice EQ, but I... That's strange. She doesn't seem to be doing that much damage. Normally, I don't start with... Oh! I gotta buy him a Darius skin now. Oh, shit! Oh shit, he's gonna do it. He's gonna try to do the thing. His flash is up. Bro, that was so outplayable, but that was so hard to execute, man.
Get back and keep Challenger. It's always the goal. Yeah, it's always the goal. I think I've got 80 LP away from the cutoff at the moment, so that's my Saturday plan.
Jungle, like in mid lane, it's, you know, mostly mages. Top lane, especially in high elo, people will play champs like Jace, Gnar, Kennen. You know, they usually play safe stuff, so it's like it's pretty hard for Darius to get a lead. And also in high elo, people, Darius, like I was saying, is like a very punishing champion. In team fights, you just have to find someone that's out of position. You get your stacks on, and then boom, you just win. But in high elo, it's pretty hard because people know what they're doing.
It's like work, IRL. You know, it's like going to work. In this elo, you gotta make yourself look like you're doing something. You know, when laning phase is over, when you after you finish pushing the minions, what you gotta do is, you know, you gotta make yourself look like you're doing something. So, I would go to, you know, take my jungler's frog, and then I'll take his dogs, beat the fuck out of it, take the blue buff, and you know, I would scope around, look around, see if I gotta take my mid laner's minions too.